Okay. So hello everybody. Hi to everybody in the Zoom and thanks for coming. So just to explain, I'm going to mute everybody. So if anybody comes in late, we won't hear them. Yeah, so hello, thank you. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. And this is obviously a recording of a Zoom session. So if I'm starting to talk to people, you know why. So yeah, welcome to Friday Hatha Yoga. Slightly stronger practice if that's what you feel you need, if that's what your body wants. And remember, I always give you options. So please take the option that feels right in your body. Don't always just push everything as hard as possible. Just give the options to go higher in the challenge and options to just modify and keep it, keep it within your comfort zone. Okay, so we'll just begin. Harry. So we'll begin in child's pose and we'll just give it a wee minute just in case somebody else comes in. So take the knees apart if you need to. Right, Lulu, good boy. This is Louis, this is Harry Styles. Just coincidence. And then take your knees wide and just wriggle yourself down into a nice child's pose. And we'll just take a few breaths here and tune into the body, tuning in, connecting with the breath. So you can have your elbows here and just rest on your fists or the backs of the hands and come all the way down and take the arms behind if that's comfortable. But just check in with your neck here. Make sure you don't have too much weight coming down into the head, straining the neck, and just relax completely. And just belly breathe if you can. So you won't get a full deep belly breath, but you'll get some breath into the belly. Just feel how that stretches. Oh, there you go. Feel how that stretches around the groins. And otherwise, feel the breath coming into the back. So the remaining breath coming into the back and sides of the ribs. Oh, that is, but you shouldn't have it. Just keep breathing here. I think you were never fed, Harry. Just keep breathing, nice deep breaths. Just observe if your breathing slows down. If your breathing becomes more natural feeling, more even, more kind of calm, equilibrium, but not judging, not striving or trying to make it so, just observing. Nice deep breaths. You start moving and just see if we can get the dogs out of the way and show you a nice sweeping cat-cow. So brave the cold and take this jumper off. So from your child's pose, all we're going to do is we're going to slide along. So slide the chest along on inhale. Inhale, and when your chest gets about the elbows or the wrists, lift up into your cow position. So that's you having a spinal extension on the inhale. And as you exhale, scoop the belly in and start sweeping back. Take the hips back and down. All the way down, and then curl the spine down, take the elbows down, take the head down. So you've got a bit of a curve in the spine. Maybe if I use this hand, you'll see the curve in the spine. Yeah. Spinal flexion. Inhale, slide along and lift. Exhale, scoop, and then sink. And then you might want to adjust the position of your knees relative to the hands. Bring them closer to the hands or further away. Give yourself enough room to move. You're going to add another movement to this now. So you're just going to change it a little bit. So this time we're going to inhale and bring the arms up. So sweep the arms back and take, roll the shoulders open, lift up, standing on your knees. Exhale, come into a angry cat position. So hands come down and then the spine pushes up towards the ceiling. Inhale into your cow position. And exhale back down, sweeping back down into child. Inhale. Exhale. Scooping the belly in. Inhale. Lengthen every vertebrae. Exhale back. And as you're coming back in this lifting up, okay, just observe how you can change it, yeah? How you can make it more intense, and how you can make it easier. So, I'm just going to move forward because my knees are getting a bit pushing down into the hardness. Thanks, Louie. So if I want to make it the most challenging, I can lift my spine vertical first and then lift my hips. So you can see that I'm lifting the spine completely vertical. Oof. And that's, you're going to feel the hit in the thighs, and also just feel the core coming into this as well. Okay, and then come down, and then I'm going to show you how to make it the easiest. Then inhale, exhale back down. Now I'm going to do the easy version. So if I lift my hips all the way up and then lift up, then I'm not really doing anything. It's kind of cheating. So I want to get the right angle. I want to be back enough. What have you got now? Sorry. You want to get that angle right so that you're working hard enough. And I can't dictate that to you. I can't prescribe that. Good down dog, Lulu. So somewhere in the middle, maybe. So from here, maybe like lift up halfway and then start lifting the hips. Feel the thighs switching on. Just really tune into your body so that you can figure out where that should be. What angle should you be at this evening to work without straining, without pulling a muscle. And then next time you come to all fours, just stay here. We're going to do cat-cow. I'm just going to show you how you need to vary things. If you keep doing the same thing every time, it's okay if you're a beginner, you're just trying to get used to this whole yoga thing, but once you get a bit more comfortable, you need to start changing things up. Otherwise, you just become conditioned. This is a deconditioning program, yoga. So we need to just change things up. Just give yourself a bit of variety in your practice. What is Harry got? Some kind of packaging from something. Sorry. I've been in here for all the rubbish. Right, so I'm just going to show you how. So quite often you'll hear yoga teachers tell you to start from the base of the spine and just curling up. So inhaling, stretching from the base of the spine up, and then scooping the belly in from the lower part of the spine. But what I want you to do is change it so that as we exhale, so we're here, we've just inhaled, we're going to start exhaling and we're going to start uncurling from the top of the spine. So tuck the chin and then imagine you're just stretching each pair of adjacent vertebrae to start curling the spine, pushing the hands down. Feel it coming down to the center of the chest and then scoop the belly in. And now we're going to inhale and start from the base. So imagine it's just the base of the spine and we're lengthening the lower back. And we've got to about the navel and we're going to lengthen from the navel up the chest, rolling the shoulders back, lift up. Now we're starting from the top. Exhale, tuck the chin and then tuck the shoulders and scoop the chest in, scoop the belly in. So one last, then inhale. Exhale, let's do 2 more after this one. And exhale, come down. Just take that weight off your wrists and maybe give them a little bit of a shake. Circling the wrists with the fingers open. You need to give your wrists a massage, that's fine. And what we're going to do now, Harry. So we're going to do a couple more things on the wrists. All fours, you can be on your fists or you can be on your elbows, okay? Just make sure you don't do your wrists any harm or, you know. There's another thing you can do if you're prone to having dodgy sort of pain in the wrists. Take a bit of your mat and roll up. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just taking a bit of the mat and I'm rolling it up. So I've made a little bit extra padding here. I'm just putting the heel of the hand on that. And that's just basically changing the angle by lifting the heel of the hand, which is just, you know, maybe going to help your wrist if you're having problems. I'll just demonstrate mostly on the hands, but remember, just change it if you need to. You okay? Yeah, good. So from here, we're just going to lift the right leg up and then cock the leg out to the side and then push the foot across. So I've lifted my leg up, my right leg, bent it, then opened the hip out to the right and then pushed the sole of the foot to the leg. And just feel a nice stretch around here. I'm just going to demonstrate that from another angle. So Louis, you may have to move. So just taking the leg up, bend the knee, and then just cock the leg up and push to the left. And just stay here for a few breaths. And then slowly come back down, shake out that leg and swap, okay? So it's just bending the knee and lifting the leg up to the side and pushing it across. Okay, got that? Let's just turn and feel that stretch. And keep a reasonably neutral lower back so we're not overextending that curve in the lumbar spine. And come down, shake out the legs. Shake out the legs. And then just make some random movements to loosen up the hips, maybe semicircles. Stretching out the hips. Lengthen out the legs. And we shake. And we're going to do another one here from the all fours position. We're working the glutes to keep them strong. And you should also feel this a little bit in the core. So I'm going to demonstrate from here first, okay? So Louis, you're going to get kicked. So we're going to lift the right leg. So as you lift the leg, even if you just keep the foot down, that'll give you an indication of the sacrum being level. We don't want to lift the leg way up and float it right up. So when you feel the difference between that, you'll feel the core under the raised leg switching on, but not if you float it right up. So what we're going to do is just lift your right leg, and I'll demonstrate with my left. Lift it up to about vertical, and don't do this. You want it to be, I'm pushing and I'm lengthening. See the difference between that and feel the core and then that. Big difference. So right leg back and up, left arm forward, and we're just going to move. So inhaling, and then just pull the heel to the glute and take the left arm and just come around to the side. So that's your exhale. Inhale, stretch the leg back and make sure that leg comes down so that it's nice and level. That's where you really feel it here in the core, right? Keep moving here, do maybe 3 more. You should be feeling this in the glutes on the right side and a little bit in the core maybe. We're going to do 1 more. Moving with a natural breath, stretching out. Nice neutral level sacrum, and then come back and shake out. Shake out the legs, release. Just take your weight off the wrists again if you need to. And then we'll take a few breaths, take a little break, and then we'll switch sides. So maybe we're lifting the left leg up. So, and I'll come and join you. Just come out here. So I'm doing the opposite leg, but it's okay. You should start any physical practice with the right side. So in asana, where pranayama type thing would be the left side. So taking your leg out, getting the feel for that level, straight sacrum, and then take the right arm out and get a nice straight long back. And then when you're ready, exhale. Pull the knee to the glute. Inhale. Nice the level line in the sacrum. Go at the pace of your natural breath. Never speed your breath up to keep up with a physical practice. Try and hold your breath to slow down to anybody else's level. The movement is an extension of the breath. And 1 more. Another group. And release, shake out, come down. Just semicircles. Wagging the bigger tail, side to side. Releasing, lower back. Down. Roll the shoulders. And then just come down into our cross-legged position and open up the hips a little bit. So from here, just open up the hips, just come down slowly, a couple times, just to the edge. Awesome. And then do some little semicircles. So small movements to start with, just going inside. And we're all coming all the way around and back in a circle. That's not what we're doing. We're just opening up the hips. And if you start leaning back, then you put tension in these muscles here in the groins. And that's the bit that we're trying to stretch. So it's a little bit kind of. And as you come down out to the side and inhale and sink all the way back into the sit bones and feel that stretch coming right down here. Exhale, forward, push. Opening the hips. And come back. And then just bring the legs out your little shoe. Wow, is that really tight? Goodness gracious. Just very quick. And just release. And let's come into a nice, so again, this is on the wrist, but remember you can be on your elbows, you can be on your fists. So I'm just going to come into a nice plank, and then we'll go into a side plank. So from here, roll the shoulders and stretch the spine, pushing the hand away from you to get that length in the spine, and roll the shoulders open so the crease in the elbow is facing out to the front. And push and stretch, and then lift the feet and step forward, and then just keeping the knees bent and keeping the heels up, just stretch the upper body. Think about the upper body stretching. Don't worry about the legs being straight, don't worry about the heels being down. From here, you can just start walking the dog by taking one heel down and up, other heel down and up, just straightening the legs. So don't worry if it's not going all the way down. Just worry about that nice upper body stretch. So we're not walking the dog like this, as I've seen, just tiny movements, lengthening through the spine, lengthening through the waist on both sides of the waist, and then just come up onto the balls of the feet and make a pointy triangle, and then sink the heels. And just maybe gently take the weight side to side. Feel that stretching up the side of the leg, the outside edge of the leg stretching as you move side to side. And then come back to the center, roll the shoulders. We're just going to bend the knees and come into a bit of a plank. Keep the elbows in and down and up. And then if your elbows are coming out to the side like that, then maybe you need to change your position of your feet, maybe bring them in a bit towards the hands, or even just come right down onto your knees. So bending the knees, coming down into plank. And then if you want to come into full plank, push the heels away from you and come into full plank. If you can come into low plank. Hold it for a breath or two. And then just sink down and relax your shoulders. Turn to the side of the head. And relax your arms and your legs. And just stay here. Taking a few breaths. Keep breathing. Okay, so let's come back into down dog. And let me just show you this from there going out the side front. Nice and gently, nice and easy, step by step. So be on your elbows, remember, stop it, Harry. So from here, I want you to start off just getting your feet, turn your feet, and keep your feet here, and just get yourself steady and stable. And the next thing we're going to do, obviously, is lift this hand up. If that's feeling like it's going to be too much, just move the top foot for support. Yeah, so if that feels more realistic, or even the other knee down. Yeah, whatever you think is going to be realistic for you, getting ready to take your hand on your hip and make the hips stack. Yeah, stacking the hips, and then you can even stack the legs as well. You can take the top arm up, pushing to lift and work that waist muscle. And then from here, if you want, you can lift the top leg. Stretching out through the limbs and the torso. And then take this leg over and then just come down, bring the knee down and come into a lunge. Just take a couple of breaths. Walking the hips side to stretch. And come down. And then from here, simply go back into your down dog and we'll do the other side. Just turn around. Other side, down dog, turn. And then think what's going to happen next. Now we're just going to come up here and stay here with the feet stacked one in front of the other. Or are we going to take the knee down and take the foot down? Or we're going to make it harder. So that was your easier options, obviously. And then your harder options, stacking the feet, taking the arm up, stretch it up, big stretch. And then lifting the top leg. Couple breaths. And then take this leg over. And then down on the knees. So we're taking a lunge on the knee. Just move from side to side. Breathing, picking up maybe. Just allow it to calm back down again. Sit down. And then from here, let's just come down onto our backs. And we'll do a little bit more work for the core. We've got time. Yeah, we've got time. We'll do a few things for the core. So important. Working the navel chakra, for the digestion, for the elimination, for the immunity, for that COVID. Really important. So just lie down. And first of all, just allow the breathing to restore. You can take your feet wide on the mat to the edges and then drop the knees in. Keep the hands on the belly. Just relax here. Just take a few breaths and watch the breath. Just coming back down into that natural breath. I'm going to come up because I think that the sound on the recordings is people lie down. So just stay here, take a few breaths. And I'm just going to do a few things. Relax. Let's just begin. Just stretching out the low back. So just plugging the knees in. On the exhale. And just moving whatever way you feel you need to. Maybe stretching just one leg up and the other leg down. And then switch over. And then come back up and stretch your spine up the mat and really clamp down. So it's all about clamping down into that to keep the core connection. If it lifts up like this, you've lost it and you need to bring it down again to a level where you can keep the core. That's the most important thing. So from here, just going to start off pushing down. And let's take the left foot down. So we start with the left foot flat and then exhale the knee to the chest, the right knee to the chest, and then inhale, push the leg up. Just vertical, it doesn't need to go all the way up, just vertical so that you're connecting the sacrum. And then, so that's your exhale, inhale, all the way down. And stick with that leg, exhale, inhale, we'll do a couple more, exhale, steady home. So I think the dogs might start barking, I'll apologise in advance. And then the next thing you can do is you can start changing it by changing the angle. So exhale, and then instead of the leg going straight up, inhale and straighten the leg out at an angle and down. So that's an option. Exhale, inhale. And do two more. Two more. And then we'll switch legs. So just bring the legs back down or give them a hug, whatever you need to do. Release. And then exhale. Inhale. And as you're taking this leg down, if you're losing that connection underneath like that, then just don't straighten the leg. You straighten it up and then bend it and bring it down like that. That's the most important thing, is that your back is flat. Exhale, hug. Inhale up. And then you've got that extra option of changing the angle. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Again. One more. And then bring the knees up and give them a hug. Do one more thing lying down, and then we'll do a step stretch. So now we're going to do circles with the, imagine pencils on the kneecaps, so you're going to have the heels down by the hips, and then imagine you're just trying to draw a nice perfect circle, like that, on the ceiling, with your knees, with the pencils. Take your arms out by the side if you need to. And then go the other way. Make sure the neck and the jaw and the shoulders aren't all clenching and tensing up unconsciously. And if you want, you can make it a bit harder by taking the feet, so the shins parallel to the floor, and then doing, it's like you've got a spoon in between your feet and you're stirring a pot here. You've got a big pot. So it's round in circles. And I'll do that from another angle. I don't know if that's highly visible, what I'm doing, but I'm just stirring a pot and I'm keeping that connection with the core, so my spine is really flat. Okay, so just round and round. The other way you can take your arms is just clasping behind your head and push your elbows down into the mat. And make sure that the small of your back is nice and flat into the mat. big circle. So keeping the lower legs parallel, we'll move it up and down as you're stirring that pot. Make sure that the spoon stays level. Doesn't have to be huge circles at all. It's better to get the shape right. And then circle in the other direction. Circles if you can, but don't worry about the size. Just get this shape nice and steady, keeping the feet, keeping the legs nice and parallel to the horizontal, and then release. Fun. Side to side here. Release. Taking the hand, then knees over to one hand, and then pushing to the other. And then come back down. 4. And then just cross your right leg over the left. So just with the thighs together. And just side to side, do a nice stretch in the sacrum. Just keep moving side to side. And then come back to the center and lift the knees up. Just taking one hand on each knee, just gently side to side, that stretch right down that glute. Especially on the top leg, the right leg. And then see if you can take a hold of your ankle. So this is like an upside down cow face pose. So straighten out that left leg a bit and see if you can get this to be like handlebars. And then just go side to side. And you feel that stretch intensify. Don't worry if you're still with the hands near the knees, that's perfectly fine. The ankles is just an option. A nice stretch. But if you're a runner, you'll appreciate this because this is where the runners in my class complain about this tightness. Side to side. And then see if you can take the knees away from you. And without overextending the curve in the low back, just take the knees down a little bit. Worry about them coming all the way down onto the floor. And then keeping your right hand on your left foot. We're going to do a cat poo on its own tail. Yes, so your right leg is on top. Take your left foot and then just turn over to your left. And then you can either keep your right leg bent or you can straighten it out and pull this left leg so you're really getting a nice stretch in the front of the left hip, the hip flexor. And you can be up here on your elbow if you need to be, or you can have your toe down and your heel up, or you can lift your leg up a little bit, or you can have it bent. Remember all the options. Just keep pulling the tail and feel a stretch. Try and relax the shoulder. And then release. Gently come back up. And just give your knees a little hug. Shake out in whatever way you need to. And then we'll switch sides. Just bring the feet down, take the left leg across over the right. And just gently side to side. slowly. And then bring the knees up to the chest, with one hand on each knee and just side to side gently. Small movements. You want to take the arm out to the side for steadiness. Nice stretch around the sacrum and the hips. And when you're ready, you can do this cow-face thing. Cows falling over, and then just side to side. That intense stretch around the sacrum now. So remember, you can stop your hands close to your knees if you need to. Intensifying the stretch. And when you're ready, we're pulling the right heel now and over to the left side. Pull the tail. Pull the right foot. Well, not left and step or nothing, but you can lift your leg over here. You can be lifting up onto your elbow. Just relax, keep pulling this tail in that direction so that you get the stretch in the hip flexor on the right leg. And then when you're ready, just unravel, back up, just do whatever you want to do to release from this. Times it. Right, so just hugging the knees up. We're going to inhale in position. We're going to exhale and just throw the left knee into the chest. We're going to inhale and release. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, release. And then both legs on the exhale. So just remember, when you're exhaling, the knee is coming closer. When you're inhaling, the knee is coming out. So breathe in, knee out, knee in. We're going to start off. We'll demonstrate this again from the side. Inhale in position. We're going to exhale. Take the left knee in a bit. Breathe in. Take the left knee out. Breathe out. Take the right knee in. Breathe in. Knee out. Both knees in as you breathe out. Inhale. Let's do a couple more rounds like this. Really bring this into a nice, easy, moving meditation. Close your eyes if you can, if you feel comfortable. Really moving the pace down so that it's your natural breath that's dictating the pace. Nice stretch right up to the edge. Release the legs out. On your next exhale, take the chin up to the chest, lift the upper part of the torso, And then draw your knees in and lengthen through the spine, through the front of the spine, push the back of the waist down into the floor. Keep the shoulders down and keep them down away from the ears. And gently come down. And just take the feet down, take the arms overhead and just roll the neck side to side. And then just release. And take whatever last movements you feel you need. Anything you want to twist, stretch, pull, shake, whatever you feel you need. Last movements. And get ready for your relaxation when you're ready. Get layers on if you need them. Get cushions, pillows, blankets, whatever. And then you can either lie with your legs up the wall, or you can lie with your legs on the sofa, or maybe that's the way you are, but if you've got furniture in bed, you can lie like this. Or just take the feet down to the corners of the mat. And if you're struggling with your low back, you don't have any furniture in your room, just take the feet to the edge of the mat and drop the knees in. And lie back with the arms down, hands up, and relax here. You can just have your feet straight down if you prefer. So just stay here. You can put one hand on the low belly, one hand on the upper chest, keeping the elbows down into the floor, relaxing completely. And just take a nice deep breath all the way in. Just swallow and relax the jaw and the tongue. And then just feel the tongue melt down into the base of the mouth and feel that fluidity spreading across the base of the mouth. Softness, and that lightness and that ease moving down the throat into the bony structure in the center of the neck. And moving around the soft tissue around the sides, the front and the back of the neck. And now just track the breath. Feel the cool air coming in through the tip of the nose. And the warm air at the bottom of the nose as you breathe out. And on your next inhale, feel the nasal cavity fill up with that coolness of the breath. Again, warm air on the bottom of the nasal cavity. And on your next inhale, feel the cool air at the back of the throat. Exhale, warm air. Now inhale and feel that cool air filling up, expanding the throat and the neck. And detect the coolness around the neck and the throat. Exhale, warm air, and again inhale down to the top of the chest, just beside the collarbones, and feel the cool air. Exhale, warm. Inhale, feel the cool air filling up the rib cage into the center of the chest and heart. Exhale, warm. Again, cool air down into the upper abdomen. And exhale, warm. Cool air all the way down into the navel and down into the lower belly. Feel that belly expanding like a balloon. And focus on the effects of the breath pushing down into the lower part of the belly, the abdominal cavity, expanding in every direction. Feel the breath pushing right down into your pelvic floor, taking any tension away from that area. The tension that may be there, pushed away. And feel the breath pushing down and out to the sides at the hip sockets, pushing the tension away from the groin area. Exhale, release. And now feel the air pushing back down into the floor, into your sacrum, into your very low back. Feel it expanding back into the mat. Just opening up any tightness in the sacroiliac joint, releasing any tension. Filling up the whole entire pelvic cavity. Pushing any tension away. Whenever you're aware, when you inhale, breathing energy prana in through the brain. Feel that prana congregating down in the pelvic floor and pelvic base. Aware of that energy just swirling around. And be aware of the pause in the breath. There's a small gap after that inhale. See if that gap is there, if you can connect to that gap, and maybe just allowing it to extend, yourself to be present in the space. Nothing happening. Everything happening. So let's inhale into the lungs. Space at that time, nothing's happening, your cells are breathing. This is your pranamaya kosha. You at a cellular level of energy in this subtle body. From the buzz, tingle, pulsation, any other sense or sign of that subtle body. Just allowing that natural pause to cultivate itself, never holding it, never forcing it. Remember, just move into a different position if you need to. Anytime. So just stay here, just using your natural breath. Just stay here as long as you want. Just take that time to relax. Allowing the energy body to unravel. Giving your body that time to restore. We spend so much time in the stress response. And this is your time to be in the parasympathetic, rest, digest, restore. So I'm going to be here. So namaste. Thank you very much for joining on Zoom. Hope you weekend, guys. And thank you for watching on YouTube. And see you soon. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.